Good morning.
We were supposed to broadcast live from Washington, D.C. today, but
We really didn't want to.
well, we woke up yesterday morning, and there was kind of a blizzard in New York City.
Yeah. Maybe you heard about it on the news.
So we promptly canceled our trip to Washington, D.C.
Yep.
And we are, well, some of us are in New York. Ben left, I don't know, Friday afternoon, so he's I don't even know where Ben is.
Ben left so early. Why did? Because we already had like hints that we weren't going on Saturday.
Hints?
There were already little emails going back and forth.
Hints, listen to the show Friday. I told everyone, we're just not going. It's
We're not
obvious.
going.
When is D.C. going to wake up and realize we're going to get hit with a blizzard, a nor'easter, whatever the hell they're calling it, and we're not going to be there? But Ben's like, you know, they were predicting like 3 feet of snow in New York.
Oh, yeah.
And Ben just took off Friday afternoon, I think.
Herked and jerked his way all the way down to Washington.
So he got down to D.C. early, so he's down there somewhere.
In the compound, in the complex. What's he doing? Is he actively working on the show today in some capacity? Or is he just hanging out?
I don't know.
Does he have a job like where they put him in a room to do his job down there?
I don't know. Did he even call anyone today? No?
Is he sitting there reading his email, highlighting every letter, and then not highlighting it and highlighting it?
Probably face down behind a bar with a crumpled Patriots hat by his beaten fat skull.
Yeah. He wasn't busy enough to make sure he got all his text messages to everyone last night.
Oh, I just opened my email. Go Pats! Go Pats!
What did he say about Brady? Brady is
Tom Brady. There is no substitute.
Yeah, Brady. Tom Brady. There is no substitute. He
So-
is so happy. He's such a happy little twitchy guy.
I had to congratulate our own Joey Paisano of
Oh.
Paisano's in Mulberry Street, Anthony.
Why is that? Is he a Pats fan?
He's a massive Eagles fan.
Oh,
And
I
he's
forgot
as
the Eagles.
And he's as New York as they come.
Yeah.
Joey is New York, basically.
Uh-huh.
Owns a restaurant in Little Italy, good friend of the show, just good friend personally. And for some reason, when he was a little tot, one of the first football games he ever saw was the Eagles, and he's been a fan ever since, which is just so strange because he's like hardcore Yankee fan, and he loves the Islanders, but he loves his Eagles. So
When he was a little kid, the first team he ever ran bookie on. Is that why he's got a soft spot in his heart for?
I guess the Eagles made him a lot of money when he was 8.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, when I was a kid. The first legs I ever broke
Yeah.
was because someone owed me money from an Eagles game. And
So we talked about it today. I don't know in the past, I guess, but when these people that their football team wins or their whatever, you have to call them and congratulate them.
like they had something to do with it, or
So I called Joey. I'm like, Joey, I want to congratulate you. Eagles going to the Super Bowl, and he's like, thank you, my friend. Thank
and
you.
may it be a masculine victory.
It's like, thank you. Like he had something to do with it,
Yeah.
you know. But he goes, I got to go. The phone's ringing like crazy. Everyone's calling.
Other people calling him up.
Everyone's calling to congratulate him that the Eagles are in the Super Bowl.
I think it's that whole misery thing, If you stick with a team long enough, and then they finally make it into the championship game, then you get the congratulations.
Yeah.
Because as a Yankee fan, you never get people calling you up congratulating you that the Yankees are in. They'll call you when they lose, though. That's for sure.
So, Ben's in Washington. All our equipment got lost by FedEx. That's hence no sound clips in the beginning of the show.
Yeah, our machines that we use to do the little sound clips throughout the show, gone. Don't know where they are. They're lost somewhere.
Who are we kidding? We ride those machines to make us sound good.
Oh, I know. I love my machine.
And now it's like, I don't have any of my crazy laughs.
You gonna be able to do this?
I don't have mini-me.
Somebody calls up.
Oh,
and,
the car
and
crash.
Bond.
Yeah. I think I could do mini-me today, though. All right.
Ow! 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 I can't breathe! Ow! 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 Oh my God! Ow! Turn it off! Ow!
We're screwed without our machine, so. But we wouldn't even have had them in Washington.
No, they got lost going down there.
They sent those out Friday. Those got lost, so I don't know. So here we are in New York City, and there's at least at least a foot of snow in the city here, right?
Yep.
A lot more out where you live, Anthony?
Yeah, a little bit more. Not that much. You know, they again made a really big deal of it. Well, whenever the weather says there's going to be like a little dusting of snow, there's nothing. When they say it's the blizzard of the century, it's going to be 5 feet of snow. We got a foot of snow pretty much.
It's Blizzard 05. Blizzard 05 has hit New York.
They could not get off of television, the news. They interrupted everything. 24-hour coverage for what amounts to a little over a foot. Some people got 16 inches. It says 16 inches on the weather map, like where I live, and it really wasn't 16 inches.
Well, 22 inches in Dix Hills. That's out in the old neighborhood.
Well, you start going out east on Long Island. No one lives out there anyway.
Supposedly, parts
of
Boston got 20 to 40 inches. 20 to 40 inches of snow.
Good.
That's insane.
Ugh. It's crazy. It's insane. It's nuts.
It's crazy. So then all the newscasts were basically telling everyone not to go outside yesterday, and it was a beautiful.
Did they say that?
It was a beautiful sunny day.
Were they saying not to go outside on the news? And if you have to, unless you have to go out, don't go out. Unless you really have to drive, just stay at home. Did they say that on the news? Less than 8 billion times? Oh my God! Every minute on the news, they were preaching that one.
They got so screwed too because all the snow hit when the newscasts really weren't on. You know what I mean? Like they were on when it first started, then there was a lull in the action, and then when the snow really hit, most of these people were in bed or whatever, or they weren't doing the news anymore. Then the next morning, yesterday, when they're all excited, they throw all their news crews out there. They're looking for all that great footage.
Nothing.
And all of a sudden the sun came out. There was no snow to be had, and they're trying to tell people to stay inside. And I've never seen more people outside in my life than yesterday in New York City.
Still very icy.
Everyone was hitting Central Park with their stupid sleds and their little kids and their little dogs dressed up in little doggy coats and little doggy boots.
The booties. How many times did they show that? Dogs with their little booties, and then they talk to the owners. Well, he doesn't like the cold either. Ha ha. Oh, just drop kick him in the liver. Drop kick that dog in the liver.
Where would you get that idea from?
I don't know. It just seems like something you would do. By you, I mean you.
I know. That imaginary person out there that's listening, right? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Chester.
So they got screwed. They had no footage to go to. They couldn't get the footage of the car sliding down the road.
No. Everything was fine by the time they hit the news. One clip that I thought was great. They were had a crew out at Port Jefferson, Long Island, and it was snowing pretty good out on Long Island. And they had some woman out there, and she spent the first, I guess, 3 minutes of her broadcast just talking about how awful the weather is and how dangerous it is to be out. How her ride there was, she was put in this huge amount of danger just getting out there. And after about 3 minutes, she talks to a woman that gets off the ferry and puts a mic in her face, and she's like, "What do you think about the weather?" And the woman goes, "It's really not that bad." Because it was really bad last night while going on the ferry, but I came back, and it's really not all that bad. The woman that was doing the report got this really pissed off look on her face, pulled the mic away, and just went, "Thank you very much." Got her out of the shot and started talking again, and slowly got back into how bad it was. She was pissed. They love making it seem a lot worse than it is.
Yeah, I think people are starting to catch on that these news people are just a bunch of dopes.
Yeah.
I think they're finally starting to realize they're just a bunch of dopes that have nothing to report.
They have an agenda. It's not to report what's really happening. It's to entertain and to get more people to watch their news than watch the other news. People love watching the news if they feel there's an element of danger that they are directly in that the news can tell them about.
Yeah.
So the news gets on and talks about how dangerous everything is. All you heard yesterday, you didn't hear much about...
Noah, stay out of the studio for a while. You're distracting everybody.
Very distracting today, Noah.
We'll get into Noah's latest outfit in a little while.
Oh, my God.
Go ahead, Anthony.
It's all about how dangerous it is. They pepper in the kids making the snowman and the sledding and stuff like that, and all the fun that goes into these storms. But they really concentrate on, by God, don't drive. Don't leave the house. We could be snowed in forever. Check the elderly. Check the elderly. And they panic you, and they love that. And the truth of the matter is, it isn't that bad.
What I want to understand, these reporters, that's their big thing. If you don't need to be out here, don't drive. It is treacherous. Where did the news van guy get his driver's license from? Why is he special? He was driving around just fine to get the dopey news reporter to where she had to be, right?
One broadcast, they were saying, whatever you do, don't pass the snowplows. They drive very slow, but they're there to clear the road for you. So if you feel inconvenienced or a little slowed down, be patient, stay behind the snowplows. They go immediately to a reporter in the news van with the camera out the window, passing a snowplow as they're filming. Yeah, the plows are out in force on the street. I mean, it wasn't a second after this guy said this. They're insane, nuts, crazy.
Maybe they were just trying to get footage of the snowplows just knocking everyone's mailboxes down.
That's true.
Hey, man, I know a lot of them listen to the program, and we love you, but, geez, let's relax with knocking down everything.
Driving through people's backyards,
right.
Got no respect for the law.
Burying 10-year-olds in Queens.
That's true, I did see that. Poor little tot.
So, and then the other observation I had, one of the channels, they had people sending their pictures of their backyards.
Right, with a ruler?
With the ruler.
Yeah, they were putting a ruler in the snow, taking a picture of it, and emailing it to the news station.
Yeah, you sent your digital pictures to whatever channel it was. They're all the same channel, even though they're trying to, get our attention. Whatever, dude, you all came in first place. Who cares?
Same broadcast.
Same exact broadcast, just different news people. And they're showing, scenes of people's backyards. And then they showed a scene of a barbecue with a foot of snow. And it's like, looks like Johnny's not going to be having a barbecue today.
But things will be heating up on the football fields later on. Let's go to sports.
Right, exactly.
Shut up.
Shut up is right. And then the other thing I just want to mention, when it snows, I was walking around when the snow was coming down, I guess Saturday night.
You went out?
Yeah.
What are you, nuts?
It was cool walking around and stuff, and I don't know what it is about snow, but people decide that the rules of human nature don't exist when it snows.
Like humanity's rules, laws that have been in place for thousands of years.
It snows. It's like I saw a guy. I'm not even kidding, man, on a motorcycle, right, just flying down the sidewalk in Manhattan.
Yeah. They'll do that.
Not just driving slow, just taking off.
Another favorite moment I had over the weekend watching the news was a woman doing a report from the streets of Manhattan. She's in Midtown Manhattan. And she's doing a story, and then you hear this rumbling, and the camera turns, and it's about 10 snowmobiles coming down the street.
Main Street, USA, right?
Main Street, USA. It's Midtown Manhattan. Right. And there are snowmobiles, a gang of snowmobilers driving down the street.
Yeah.
And the woman starts commenting on it, and a couple of them almost run into her. And she's talking, and then they go back to the anchors at the desk, who are kind of laughing, smiling, a little puzzled, too, at why these people are doing this. They go back to her. She's hopping on the back of one of the snowmobiles and riding off. And I'm home watching this, and I start laughing like, yeah, rules don't apply. All of a sudden, there's a law against snowmobiling in Manhattan, I'm sure. You can't walk down the street without getting in trouble. I'm sure you can't snowmobile. My girlfriend turns to me and goes, I hope she gets gang raped. She just hops on the back of snowmobiles with all these people. She don't know who the hell they are. Oh, it's fun. Let's just jump on a snowmobile with these guys I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's blizzard rules. There's a whole rule book for the blizzards that hit every once in a while.
There were two guys actually walking down the road. Newswoman found them with rifles hunting elk. It was because it's snowing. And I guess you're allowed, when it snows, to just break every law whatsoever.
Sure.
People cross-country skiing, pushing ATMs down the street with sledgehammers trying to crack them open, and no one doing anything about it, because why not? It's snowing.
A snowmobiler was dragging a skier,
Right. Just dragging them, skitching. People are skitching down the street. Right. And why not?
Sure,
it's snowing. Rules don't apply.
Just amazing. I love watching snow coverage because they look like a bunch of dopes.
Survival of the fittest out there when it snows.